we are at Tom Grogan Station for the annual Whitehorse trip down the Indi River, and had a very interesting setting up the car shuffle, and we'll just head across to those involved for some in-depth interviews. So you actually set up the car shuffle by all driving to the start first and then taking your cars to the finish and then coming back here.
Oh, that was a bit of sightseeing that
right, so that's
Walter and Robert wanted to do.
So it's about an extra 150 kilometres of driving.
Yeah, I don't know why they wanted to do it, but they did it.
Yeah, I see. Tell me you're the organiser of next year's Bush Triathlon, is that correct?
No. Where'd you hear that rumour from? As a matter of fact, I was thinking of resigning altogether.
What's the truth?
The truth is we burnt out our clutch outside of Wangaratta, and we had to stop at Vanilla to get it fixed.
Yeah, well, how long did that take you?
That took us, we left Vanilla at 1:30 on Saturday, and we got here about 6:30 at Tom Grogan on Saturday night.
It means, what's wrong with you?
If I don't get to the bin to put my rubbish in, my can of spaghetti's going to explode in my billy.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Paul. Now, how are you feeling about doing the Indi?
Pretty fucking scared, actually.
And why is that?
Just things I've heard and books I've read, yeah.
As you can see, the Indi starts off as a very pleasant river. Doesn't look too hard at all, does it? But if you wait a few moments, I think you'll see a little bit more excitement. Now, Paul, what have you got to say for the Whitehorse members?
The other Whitehorse members?
Yeah, the ones who aren't here.
Oh, they're really missing out on a big trip. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah?
Yep.
And
especially this ultimate seal launch we're going to do here. Alright, here we go.
Talking about wankers, watch this one.
Oh, beauty!
Big grin.
He's alright. Hey Jeffrey, tell me, what were your thoughts when you were stuck under that rock there? Shit.
So as you know, I was sculling out, doing quite well, but the tail of the boat got stuck on the sharp projection on the rock.
And were you thinking about giving an in-depth interview right at that moment?
Well, at that moment, I wondered whether you were videoing or preparing a rescue bid.
Well, you can be sure that I was actually videoing.
Well, that's what I thought.
Now Walter, we saw some excitement from you on the
Yeah, I knew the
Hermit Creek Rapid.
Knew the camera was rolling, so I thought I'd put on a good show.
Well, it's a very good show. Now tell me, how in the hell did you get in the position you got into?
I remember coming up to a rapid parallel with Jeff, and I think Jeff might have given me a quick nudge.
Well, we're on to our journey now.
Now Eric, this is your first time down the Little River Gorge.
Yeah.
What grade do you think the rapids might be?
Probably bordering on 2+. I mean, that's how I'd rate them.
So you do them on site?
Oh yeah, do them on site. This inspection stuff's a waste of time.
Well, I was thinking of starting up here actually.
Yeah, well,
Do we
you know,
nosedive from the top of here?
I think a high water entry at the top there is definitely a goer.
Right, you're on.
I'm in.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Now, Carol, what do you think?
What? Grade 7 plus.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think you're probably more accurate than Eric.
Yeah, I'll second Carol's.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, great place for the solo, eh?
Just the paddle.
Alright, good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Joel. How are you? Great day.
It is.
Yes.
Do you think anybody will have trouble at this level? You know,
Oh,
2.0 or so, it's pretty high.
I don't think anyone will have a problem.
What about Herb?
Oh, Herb, least of all.
So what are your feelings about the trip, Joel?
Well, I always look forward to a high level on the Snowy, and you know, 1.0 is a bit low, but you know, this year, fortunately, you know,
Yes.
2.0, it's good.
And I suppose you're looking forward to it because you'll be away for a long while. 2 years in the 2 years in the States.
2 years, yeah, it's a long time, but last year was my first trip down for about 5 years, and it's amazing how it all comes back to you.
Yes, it does. And how do you think the trip down the Colorado will compare to today's level at 2.2?
Well,
a record for Whitehorse.
Colorado is there's no trees.
No trees.
13 days, not a single tree.
And
so, to be honest, I think the Snowy beats the Colorado.
Now, 2.2 is a record for Whitehorse, I believe. Now, is that true?
Combination, if you multiply the number of people by the level, this is definitely a record. 37 by 2 is 74.
We've got 29 paddlers, all up since Sharon and Ella's gone. So we've split into 2 groups of 15 or so, or 3 of 10. It's probably a good idea if we went in 10s. That counts as 30 as 2 groups. 35, 20. So there'll be 20.
Yeah, well done, Paul.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This is just a training run. We're taking her through some of the stages of camping first, and then next year, following successful completion of basic life jacketing, we'll see if we can throw on top of the barrel, and you never know, the raft could be the go next year.
Now, rumour has it that Emma Louise is a result of last year's trip. Is this true?
Well, we're not entirely sure. Could very well be the case. Say hello. Say hello to the meeting.
Well, I understand before you go away, you're going to run a special Jamison trip as a finale for your
that's
before you're 2 years away.
The dry water Jamison, right?
The dry water Jamison.
Yeah.
Hey, Joel, you better turn around. There's a giant truck behind you.
Here we are, we're talking to the world champion slalom paddler, Alison Boyd. Okay, Alison.
Boys, get the name.
Boys, sorry. Okay, Alison, how do you think you'll go through the A-frame today?
Well, I think the rocks could be rough. It's always that breakout, and then you've got to get up those rocks, dragging your kayak, stopping other people from paddling your boat down, and drag your kayak right round the main rapid.
Make it look as if you're going with it. Guys, that everybody's pulled out today in Swampy Creek. It's risen a bit overnight, and 2 people going down there actually.
Righto, Andrew, the river's risen a bit overnight. Any comments you'd like to make?
Oh, it should be good.
And how high is it?
I don't know.
Have you done this river before?
We're up in the trees. Have you ever done this river?
No, none of us have.
No.
And what colour's the water?
Sort of like brown.
I remember it being crystal clear last year. Absolutely crystal clear,
Let's go on triple toe.
So this is all voluntarily, guys? You're all going as volunteers?
All done voluntarily.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Silly pricks.
Well, Russell, it's good to see you made it through. Tell me, what was it like in there?
Well, it's fairly wicked, Consider ourselves lucky to get through it, actually. And a few swimmers.
Almost through.
Yeah, well, yeah, almost through.
So how far did you get?
Oh, we must have got about 2/3 of the way through. We're about a kilometre short of the rock jam up. It's probably lucky that we didn't actually go through it.
And what happened there?
Well, there's all these enormous stoppers which kept on sort of sucking you in, and you're having to roll about every 50 metres. It's really amazing.
And what was the most memorable experience on the river?
Probably when myself and Andrew had to empty our barrels before the first rapid.
Well,
Peter didn't. Peter was the only one who didn't.
Tell me about the first rapid.
There's an enormous stopper on the right hand side and this sort of big curly bit on a rock on the left, a very narrow path, and I wasn't going to shoot at it all until Peter said that he was going to do it. And I thought, well, I'd be called a wuss if I don't.
So Peter was a big hero, was he?
Yeah.
Or tried to be?
Yeah, he got through okay. I got through alright, and Andrew got rolled. We washed around. We called that rapid the doucher.
So how many rolls did you do?
Well, I'm not real sure. We lost track. Probably, there was one stage there, a couple of 100 metres, there was probably four or so. It's hard to tell because you're just in one stopper and then flipped over again into another. It was bizarre.
So are you going to do it again?
Not at that height, no, not as such.
What
wait till it's a little bit lower.
Details of the walkout too and the reasons for it?
Oh, the walkout? Yeah, well, turned out Peter, he's gone for a swim and lost his paddle. So we decided we should all walk out because we didn't have any spare paddles left. But I was keen to go on, not that to go down on the record. And walking out, it took us about 2.5 hours to walk out, I suppose. It was a bit of a bush bash to start with. And then we got onto this flat track, so that was quite okay.
Well, Russell, it's good to see you live to tell the tale. So thanks for the interview.
Okay, thanks.